Um, I think I'm live. So this is like our first live stream since I don't know. We did the a live game reaction during the season. Then we started losing, and we kind of lost the enthusiasm for doing these. So I am on just refreshing Twitter, obviously, and nothing will happen. Hey, Colin. Nothing will happen until 4:01 when the NFL league year begins. But the reason why I'm doing this is in case Calvin Ridley signs at 4:01 for the signs with the Jaguars, because that would be pretty epic. And what that would mean is that I think if you're a Jags fan, you already know. But if we had paid Calvin before 4:00 today, we would owe Atlanta a second round pick. If we hold off until 4:01 today, then we only owe Atlanta a third round pick. So if all this waiting to see what Calvin will do was all for him to have just been waiting for us, so we don't owe a second round pick, so we only owe a third, and he ends up signing with us at like 4:01, that would be epic. And I promise that I will get this framed. I kind of held off on it because what are you going to get, a framed jersey of a one-year starter for your team? But if he signs at 4:01, this is getting framed and getting put up in the studio. So we have about 4 minutes. See what happens. I'll give it 5 minutes after 4:01. See if it happens. If not, I'll close the stream and delete it. But that would be very sick and him-like of Calvin to do that for us. Now there's reports that the Patriots are the other team that's kind of battling us for Calvin. So there's a lot of reports out there. There's a new report today that it was an AFC South team that's gotten in on the action. And there are people that think that maybe Calvin Ridley's people are doing that just to up the Jaguars' price, saying, hey, we'll wait for 4:01, but you got to give us more money for doing you a favor. So I'm very interested to see what the money is at. Not that I understand the cap at all, but it will be what? So I wish I didn't set this up with OBS, or else I could share my screen. But there's like a random Twitter account called Pretty Ricky 213 that's been reporting correctly free agency signings. Is this annoying? I kind of like that there. And he's saying that he's hearing that the dark horse division rival, so an AFC South team, made a monster offer of over $90 million for Calvin. What? There's no way. So looks like my Jaguars group chat is breaking it down, and that's like $22 million a year. Oh, that's insane. Oh, Dino. Rewind the tape, Dino. Dino's actually, he just said hello in chat. He's actually the one that got me and Eric this for our studio. So what up, Dino? I told chat. I told 20 of us that if Calvin signs at 4:01 with the Jags, this is on the priority list to getting hung up in the studio. So we'll see. Bren says, as a Patriots fan, I'm super happy for you guys. Max is a super great dancer. Oh, Mac Jones. Yeah, I've moved on from that. All right, it's 4:00. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Oh, shoot. Let me put on NFL Network. I didn't really take a lunch break today, so I owe it to myself to be able to do this. Oh, God. So the Jaguars just tweeted. So Jaguars PR just tweeted The Jaguars have agreed to terms with the following players, but that's all they tweeted. Are they going to follow it up? I guess I just got to stay on this page. So, obviously, okay, so they just tweeted the Gabe Davis one. So they can make these official now. Bro, if they just tweet out like a Calvin Ridley re-signing, that'd be... So, obviously, I'm super intrigued because we're not going to trade for T. Higgins. So, now that means wide receiver number 1 is... Extreme. Whoa! Oh my God! Son of a bitch! God damn it! Someone retweeted a video from last year of the Jaguars tweeting out at Calvin Ridley is here. The video that they posted when Calvin initially signed with the team, so that got me. Still nothing. So this might not be happening at 401 like I was hoping for. Oh, Field H just tweeted about it. With no extension in place for Calvin Ridley by 4 p.m. Eastern Time, the Jaguars officially owe pick 79. So we do owe the pick regardless, whether we sign him or not. Yeah. We're having that discussion on the podcast. And the question was, if we don't sign him, do we still owe the 3rd-round pick? And I think the answer is yes. So, all right. Well, this looks like it might not be happening. Okay. I keep seeing Calvin Ridley, and I'll still give it a couple more minutes. But if an AFC South team seriously offered $90 million for Calvin, I could see that. Now the Titans would be weird, but they did sign Pollard, which, if you're willing to do that, which is kind of weird, why not? Why wouldn't they try to make an offer at Calvin Ridley? But it's probably it could be Texans or Colts. I could definitely see Colts, but especially the way Calvin played versus them. So, still waiting. Yeah. People got to chill. There's like these tweets that are coming out that look really official, and they're saying Calvin Ridley, but you got to read them to make sure that people are just tweeting right now that they haven't come to terms, and at 4 p.m. happens, so they do owe just a 3rd-round pick. If they don't get Calvin, trade that 2nd for I'm back in on T. Higgins. God damn it. People are retweeting things that are getting me. Like, someone just retweeted the Adam Schefter tweet where Calvin Ridley announced that he's wearing 0. So I see that and I think, oh shit, there it is. I'm very gullible. So the Jaguars have tweeted the Darnell Savage, Gabe Davis so far. I'll put NFL Network on, but there's 0 chance that TV is ever going to beat Twitter. Man, I was hoping this was going to happen on YouTube. It'll happen right when I end the stream and get back to work. All right, well, damn. So what isn't happening is it was not a ploy, unless they're trying not to make it as obvious. It appears it was not a ploy by Calvin Ridley and his agent to save the Jaguars a second-round pick and sign at 401. So now we wait. And this might drag on a bit. All right. Thanks for joining. It's going to happen right when I stop, but I will talk to you guys on the podcast.